Good morning guys and welcome to Catalina Island. I'm here this weekend with James, who is the CEO, big dog, top of the food chain, like main man at ONYX motorbikes. And we have bought these two bikes here this weekend because I had this crazy idea after I saw one in the first or the second video that I did. When I had a go on it, I knew that I needed to get my hands on one. And so I got in touch with James and I was like, look, everybody on Catalina drives around in these golf buggies or electric cars. Why don't we bring the bikes and go for a ride around the island, go and explore on electric bikes? It makes sense, right? It's eco-friendly, we're doing the right thing, we're having fun, it's a great way to test out the bikes. And so he was like, sure, let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is it.
Here we are.
We are here. So right now we're in Avalon, and then there's another place on the island called Two Harbors. And basically everything in between is pretty much just deserted. Apparently there's wild buffalo out here.
We're gonna find out.
Buffalo, bison. There was like a film shot in the 30s and they basically didn't take them back after they shot it, and now they live here. So we are gonna have a crazy adventure this weekend. We have no idea where we're gonna go. So I think that's the next plan, is we're gonna go find somewhere to go grab a drink and plan out what our next few days are gonna look like. Probably gonna stay local today, and then tomorrow maybe go trek over to Two Harbors and test the range on the bikes and go and see a bit more of the island on the less commercial side. So yeah, that's it. Wow, what is that?
Buffalo milk.
Buffalo milk?
Buffalo milk.
Wow. So this is Catalina Island and this is where we are. So this is Avalon. So as you can see, a little teeny tiny place. That's it. There's like this bay here and a bay here. You can go snorkeling there. It's pretty good. And then the other place is all the way over here. And this is Two Harbors. And Two Harbors is pretty much the only other civilized place. And by civilized, I mean it's got like one shop. So this is pretty cool because you've got one harbor and then two harbors. And I guess that's why it's called Two Harbors. And so what we're thinking is that we could go from here all the way to Two Harbors on the trails that run through the island. All right, so we decided on a plan. First, we're gonna go to Ralph's to get sunscreen because it's way hotter than we thought and we're both gonna burn if we don't. Then after that, we're gonna go down and see if the casino's still open so that we can maybe go there tonight. Then we're gonna head that way and we're gonna take the island road all the way around. And we've seen what looks like a quarry, so we're going to explore that a little bit. And even if we don't hit the quarry, then we can hopefully get up into these hills here. Look at that house right there. That is enormous. So yeah, it's basically just going to be a fun little cruise around, ripping around on these crazy things and put them through their paces.
That's right, right up.
I was just saying how wild it is that you've got all of these go-karts. Like, everybody is on a go-kart. Everyone is on a golf cart. And like this one back here has got the sickest chrome red rims on it. So everyone's like blinging out their stuff. So in an effort to make better videos for you guys, I promise I will find out the history of Catalina, why it's here, why there are basically only two main points on the whole island that have people living there, and I will get back to you. So you can snorkel just off of that little peninsula there. And I would definitely like to get in because that water is crystal clear. All right, what's the date today? Excuse me, is this still a casino or is it just an event space now?
So it was never an actual gambling casino. It just refers back to the Italian meaning of a place of gathering, a place of entertainment. So it's the first ever talking movie theater made in America and the first ever circular ballroom, built in 1929.
Perfect, okay. So it isn't a casino, so there's gonna be no gambling for him and I this afternoon. So maybe we just go back to Luau Lowry's and get you a wiki whack instead. All right, so on, full ponies, 82 volts. This bike has done 131 miles and I need to put it out of eco mode, out of normal mode, and into sport mode. Ah yeah. Whoa, it is so fast. What? Oh my god, they are so fast. Holy moly. Dude, they're so fast. Oh my god. Yeah, let's not break the speed limit on a bicycle going through the town.
That's good.
God, again, I said last week about electric vehicles, don't be scared of EV, it's the future. And on something like this, it makes a lot of sense, it really does. just silently cruising through, enjoying the views. Oh, and by the way, this trip literally took about 15 minutes to plan. I said to James, do you want to do it? He was like, yep, we should do it. I got on the internet, I booked the Catalina ferry, I booked the hotel room for the night, done, that was it. So there's no excuse. You guys could do this every weekend if you wanted to. You just got to find a place and just get it booked and go and find your adventures. Alrighty, so we are now on the sort of southwest side of the island. So as you can see, there is nothing here apart from falling rocks apparently. And yeah, this basically just seems to lead round to that quarry that I was talking about. So it really is just a tiny little pocket of Avalon where people live. Otherwise, there's nothing. Okay, yeah, I'm getting it. There actually looks like there's a little shelf right here that drops off. So there might be some lobsters and things down there you can go take a look at. Hopefully there's no great white sharks, because no thanks. Holy shit balls. Oh my god, it's so fast. That is why you have to wear a helmet. That was 55 miles an hour like it was nothing. What have you built, James? What have you built?
Masterpiece.
Oh my god. Just set the bike up for a little photo here.
Such a money shot.
Hey, anyone would think that I was a photographer in a past life. But again, look at the color of this down here. What a place. So again, if I was to come from my house straight here, I wasn't going to Ralph's first and all the rest of it, it would take 1 hour for the ferry, 30 minutes to get to the ferry, so that's 1 hour 30, and then 10 minutes to ride up this road. So in under 2 hours, I can go from my front door to this. And that sounds like I'm boasting, and I guess I'm very lucky that I can do stuff like this, because when I lived in Kenilworth, I could not just drive 1 hour and 20 minutes or 2 hours and get somewhere that looks like this. However, what I'm trying to say is, you never know what's around the corner. You never know what you've got on your doorstep. And it may not be crystal clear waters like this, but you may find that you've got some absolutely epic things very close to home that you never even thought about going to visit. So you absolutely should make a point of it. Go on Google Maps, fly around, see what's cool. And yeah, who knows what you'll find. I mean, it is like, you know, the Amalfi Coast or somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different than California.
Oh yeah. I mean, think about Malibu, you know, how like arid it is compared to this. This is almost tropical. And there's so much green around. So that place is called Catalina Cottages, and it looks kind of like Catalina favelas. I mean, it looks nice, but it reminds me of the favelas.
Yeah.
Well, we ditched the bikes, and now we're headed over to the Casino Point Marine Park, and we're going to go have a little snorkel over there. Visibility looks good, water is 60 degrees apparently, and they rent wetsuits and boots and gloves and maybe even a hood. But to be honest, 60 degrees, I think just a wetsuit and boots is perfect.
It'll be good.
Yeah, so that's where we're headed right now, and then we'll see what Catalina's snorkeling has to offer. So yeah, at some point later we will head up here and go and check that out. But for now, we're heading over there and we're gonna go do some snorkeling. Reminds me of home, reminds me of Big Ben. I actually hate London, but that's what Big Ben sounds like. So apparently in here there are tons of fish. Yeah, this is a good little spot. So we're just gonna jump in, have a little quick swim around, and yeah, see if we can find Nemo. Alrighty, we are in the water, and it's actually not that bad. There's a Garibaldi right between my toes. Oh, I just had a massive wee in this wetsuit. It feels great. That was fun.
That was awesome.
I enjoyed that.
I did too.
It definitely wasn't as cold as I thought, but man, this wetsuit is hilarious. Seriously, I felt like a balloon.
It's not cold.
No, I wasn't cold, but Jesus, I could not get down. I was trying so hard.
It was work.
Oh, well, there we go. It's always nice to get in the ocean, and that little park is amazing. If you are a diver or a snorkeler, or you just like being in the water and you want to see some fish, definitely come check that out. The nice thing about it is that it's super shallow when you get in, but it falls off pretty quick, which means that if you want to dive down, then you can, but also if you want to just stay nice and shallow and enjoy the kelp beds, then you can also do that. So yeah, what a great experience. Oh, is this a museum?
Where are you guys visiting from?
Wow, so look at this mask. So this is just like a regular mask, apart from they would fill these up with air so that when you dive down on one breath, you could then get to your absolute max on your breath hold and then take another breath because you've got 2 bags full. That's incredible. So it's not like a scuba mask or a scuba tank, but you just get that one extra go. There you go. So yeah, this is the first GoPro, 1903. So that was brilliant. We were just talking to the guy that works in the little dive museum there, and he was giving us all kinds of tips. So apparently we actually need a permit to go into the interior because it's quite desolate in there. They need to know who's in the middle, because if you don't come back, then they need to know if they should go looking. He was also telling us about the buffalo, and I said, where do we find the buffalo? And he's like, well, they're by the airport usually. He said, but you got to be careful because last year we had, did he say 4 people?
Yes, he said since he's been here.
Oh, 4 people since he's been here. Who
so impressive.
had been gored by the buffalo. So he said, one guy, he's like, yeah, we got up there, he said, we found this kid and half his intestines were hanging out, and then the bull was stood about 50 feet away with the other half on his horn. We're gonna have to be very careful around the buffalo. So I think we'll engage sport mode and just zip by. Yeah. Hello, are you the guard dog? Are you the, oh yeah, you're a scary guard dog, aren't you? Hey. Hi. Hi. Coming in to hang out? Cool. Come on in, buddy. The sun hath gone down. It's actually still up, but it's on the other side of the island and you can't see it because there's a big mountain in the way. So we're going to ride up the hill a little bit so that we can go check out that sunset. But it's still gorgeous out here. And after that dive, I feel so refreshed. The water was nippy. It was like 50, I think 55 degrees, he said. So it was a little bit chilly, but with that huge wetsuit on, I didn't feel it. So yeah, I feel all good now. So I think we're gonna go shoot the sunset and then come back, get showered up, and then go out and grab some dinner and see what Catalina nightlife looks like, because I've never been here in the evening. The last time I came, I was gone by, I think, on the 5:30 ferry. So it'll be nice to actually get to spend the evening and check it out, check out some of the restaurants and just enjoy ourselves. Well, we're now gonna take the bikes out because somebody lost the keys. So I've just been sat here enjoying this gorgeous sunset, and he finally found them, so we're gonna get on our way. What? What was that?
You ready?
What? Yeah. I wasn't saying anything to everybody about you losing stuff. So our mission right now is to go up the hill to find a higher vantage point to catch the last 30 seconds of this sunset.
Get the f out of here.
Okay, let's go there. Go. It's so fast. These are without a doubt the best way of getting around. Because they're perfectly like inconspicuous, but they're also fast enough that you can rip around. Wow, look at that. I think that might be the viewing spot. Oh no, there's one further up. Let's go a little bit higher. Yep. Look at that.
Oh, this totally sucks.
Can't get the kickstand down. Oh, I just dribbled. I was dribbled on your tank, sorry.
There's no tank there. That's okay.
Wow. Look at that view. We just rode all the way from there, where that green jetty is, to here in about 2 minutes. Without even breaking sweat.
Say about 1.5.
Mate, yeah. This is a left hand, I know, but well done, sir. Well done. You did a splendid job with these.
Thank you.
I am suitably impressed.
Take pride.
And I can't wait until mine is black with neon yellow. So that
it's gonna happen.
the Swords branding, because as you guys will already know by now, because you will have seen last week's episode, I am launching the Swords clothing line. It's not this one, this is one that Clean Freaks made for me. Thank you very much, Clean Freaks, it was very kind of you. But I'm launching the Swords clothing line, and yeah, you guys should go check out swords.com. Hopefully it should be going up towards the end of February, and yeah, it will be mostly kind of neon black and neon yellow. That's kind of my colorway for now, and I think I would like to do the bike in the same way. But anyway, enough talking about that. Look at this. Morning. So it's pretty early, it's 7:45, and we are heading out to Two Harbors today. We've got the bikes here, we're charged up. So now we've just got to go to the trailhead, we've got to go get the permit so that we can actually ride into the interior. And then yeah, it's just a straight blast out to Two Harbors, 22 miles there, and then 22 miles back, so it'll be 44 miles. So we are going to take the chargers with us, just in case we need to top them up when we get to Two Harbors. Yeah, and that's it. So let's go get some breakfast, get those permits, and then go to Two Harbors. All right then, so we managed to get our passes. So to do the hike across the island, or the ride across the island, you have to be a member of the Catalina Conservancy, which essentially is just what they do to get money back into the economy here and look after the island. So it was $35 for one, or $65 for the couples pass. So we got the couples pass, and yeah, basically that gets you this little tag right here. You put it on your bike, and then that way the rangers know that you've paid, and that's it. We just go up the hill and go across the island. So Two Harbors is our destination. We're going to go via a little bay called Shark Harbor, and yeah, just kind of see what it looks like in the middle of the island. Yep. You ready? Absolutely. Yep. All right, let's do it. So it looks like we're going to be riding into some weather. That'd be nice. Get a little bit of cloud cover up there. So right now we're just riding in eco mode because there's no need to absolutely rip it around the streets. And this will be a real solid test. Have you ever done a test like this before of these bikes?
Not this much elevation, but yeah, a lot of testing.
Yeah, but this will be one of the highest, most kind of like strenuous rides.
3,000 feet up and down.
Yeah, so the elevation is 3,300 feet, yep. And apparently most of that comes in the first hill. Well, the first fork in the road we came to, we went the wrong way. Literally 10 seconds out of town and we went the wrong way, and we had to have a local tell us which way to go. So yeah, bodes well for a cross-island trip, doesn't it? A new fantastic point of view, cause when we're way up here, it's crystal clear. Oh yeah, I was singing a lot of Jurassic Park yesterday after my Instagram story. Now I'm in a whole new world with you, James. My new boyfriend, apparently. According to the Catalina Conservancy. Apparently this is a real deal. 125 feet away from any bison, but there is no guaranteed safe distance. They may appear docile, but they can be defensive if they feel threatened, so don't be threatening them, all right? Slowly retreat from any bison showing signs of stress or agitation. Listen carefully. Signs of agitation include a raised tail, bellowing or huffing, staring, side posturing, pawing at the ground, or swaying the head side to side. So if you see a bison and it's moving, chances are it's gonna come at you. So what have we got up here? We have rattlesnakes, we have small foxes. Oh, these squirrels look dangerous. Contact with wild animals can result in serious injury or death. Don't know about this guy, but yeah, these are the ones we've got to watch out for because they are big. All right, we just had our first wildlife encounter. There is a deer, a doe, a deer, a female deer, and her baby just here. Ah, well, there we go. There's our first bit of wildlife. Hopefully they weren't being chased by a bison. Well, we just got to the top of what we think is the first hill because it looks pretty flat now. It looks like we've got pretty much as high as it goes. I can't see any more, other than that one over there. I can't see any more mountain ranges. You see the weather over here, but have a look at this view. What? We are higher than the clouds right now. You got these clouds right here, and then there's a lot of cloud cover over the over the ocean there and then over the mainland. What's crazy is you can see snow on the top of that mountain over there.
Yeah.
Why don't we take this as an opportunity just to discuss the bike? So give people like a quick rundown of the tech spec.
All right, so we've got ONYX RCR here. We've got top speed 60 miles an hour. You've got 3 modes you can be in: eco, normal, sport. We'll top out at 20 in eco, top out at 35, 40 in normal, and then infinity and beyond sport mode, 60 miles an hour. You've got a 72 volt battery with 23 amp hours. You got a 3,000 watt motor, and you got a lot of fun and a lot of torque. You've got pretty awesome EBR suspension in the front. You've got a very bright, very capable LED with the running light halo you can see here, and then your night lights you can see.
It's super bright. When we were riding back the other night, you could see everything.
And in the rear, you've got some pretty serious suspension and loads of fun.
I mean, it's definitely taken all of this in its stride. I was in eco mode for all the way up, apart from this very last bit that got kind of steep. So I just went into normal mode, and as soon as I did that, I just held it at 20 miles an hour. I didn't go flat out in normal. I was just holding it at 20. And it was just like, you could hear the change in the motor. You could hear that extra juice coming in. It was like, no problem.
Hey.
And then I imagine if you did sport mode, it would go even wilder. But yeah, what a weapon, and what a fun way to come and explore this. Oh, and also I said I was going to give you some history. So basically, Native Americans lived on this island for a long time. They also had camps over in Playa Vista or somewhere. Anyway, they had places on the mainland and then also here, and they used to sail back and forth doing trade. Then the Europeans arrived, obviously, as we did, unfortunately, and colonized it and basically took it from the natives. Then after that, it got handed off to Mexico, and then Mexico handed it off to America. And then in the 1920s, Mr. Wrigley, does it have his actual name on here? But basically, the guy behind Wrigley's Chewing Gum bought the island. He bought out all of the shareholders until he owned the majority share in the island, and then he developed it. And it says here, the foresight of the Wrigley and off-field families and the care of the Conservancy have kept Catalina Island accessible to visitors while maintaining a healthy natural environment. And that is the healthy natural environment that we are riding through today. Have you ever seen somebody plowing a field with a golf cart that looks like a spaceship? Because you're about to. So my mum has always wanted a house with a veranda and tons of land so that she can rescue dogs. And this would be a great place to do that. But that is my goal. When people ask me, like, you know, what would you do if you were a millionaire? What would you do if you had all the money in the world? No joke, I would buy an island in the Caribbean somewhere, just a nice, lush, tropical island. Not a big one, like one that you could walk around or, you know, kayak around. And I would build a dog sanctuary. And I would just take any dog that needed rescuing, and I would rehabilitate them and give them any care that they needed or whatever. And yeah, let them run free on the island. That would be my absolute dream. Ready? Here it comes. How much do you hate me right now?
I'm so not amused.
So here we go. We are on our little merry way down to Sharks Cove and Sharks Harbour. And between you and I, James has needed a poo for the last half an hour. So when we saw these, he was like, I'm going for it. So that's why he's so far ahead. But that's fine, because we can enjoy the view while James enjoys his latrine. Look at him. He ran. He ran. Oh my goodness, look at what we've found. Well, now that James is a new man, we we just got the last little jaunt to Two Harbours now. But I was just saying to James, it's amazing how the climate has changed, and also the ocean looks different. This looks like the Atlantic. It looks cold, it looks dark, it looks deep, whereas over the other side it's all kind of nice and clear and there's pretty fish in there. But yeah, it's brilliant that you have such a small island but you get these little microclimates. So I've been wearing a hoodie and I thought I would get too hot, but actually I haven't.
Where we are?
Yeah, so here we are on the island. So we started in Avalon and we've ridden all the way across here, and now we just have to do this short little jaunt to Two Harbours. Then when we come back, we'll come back along the I guess it's like the northeasterly coast, and we'll come back. So we'll do sort of a clockwise tour of the island. Cool. So yeah, it's incredible that there is such a vast difference in the two sides of the island. I mean, there's nothing here. There's a campsite, that's it. You can come and stay down here, have a little fire pit, and then there's one over the other side as well. So yeah, it's just a really bloody beautiful place. This coastline here actually reminds me of some parts of England. I'm not gonna lie, like this could be the UK right now. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna get back on the bikes, head over. Both of us have got half a charge of battery left, so we're doing great. We hooned that last bit for, you know, certain reasons, and we've just got to cruise in Two Harbours, and then we'll put the bikes on charge again, make sure we've got plenty of juice to get us back so that we don't have to ride eco back. We can just, well, it'd be like, but it'd be more like, because it doesn't make a noise, because it's electric. Oh, holy shit, they are right there. Dude, they are right there. What in the actual F?
There they are.
Oh yeah, and they all heard us as well. I see the fence and I see the gate.
Yeah.
So we have to get through that gate.
Yeah.
Sure, hopefully there's just like a little like human-sized.
Yeah, to get through or something.
Okay.
Alright. Well,
oh, we're so close. So close. Don't let me be last. Oh god, I am kind of nervous. Hey you. Oh god. Oh god, they're right there. Oh my god, they're right there. Keep riding. Don't stop. Stay there. Good buffalo. Good buffalo. Alright, open it quick. There's a nice buffalo. You stay there. That looks nice up there. Thanks, buddy. Yo, yeah, that looks buffalo proof. See you guys.
thanks for not killing us.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. There was a little part of me that was worried that we would come around the corner and one would be on the road.
I
But we didn't see.
my helmet went whoosh, I thought I heard whoosh.
Isn't that crazy that they just like hang out here? Just came here as movie stars in the 30s and never left.
Nope.
There we go. Well, we made it. Here we are at Two Harbours. It's so pretty, it's all tropical. I was not expecting it to look like this.
That was crazy though. That was the most intense like RCR journey I've been on.
Yeah?
Like that had everything.
No, that was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. I really enjoyed that.
That was awesome.
I genuinely can't get my head around the fact that this is only like an hour off the coast of California. I mean, it does, I know it's overcast up here now, but if you look out to sea, it just is beautiful. I bet you in the summer, this place feels like being in the Caribbean, for sure. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, like, look at this sand. This is white sand. Get your little beach chairs, come out here, put on the lights at night. God, this is so nice. I'm so glad we chose to do this. What a brilliant experience. And again, it's another place that I'll come back to. That's the great thing about it, is that it's not just I'm going to see it once. I can come back and I can put my little butt in that water there when it's probably a little bit warmer. Go do some snorkeling. I bet you there's nice snorkeling around the edge there. Yeah, what a little piece of paradise. So we'll just take a little walk along the pier here. We just finished up our food, charging the second bike now, so my bike is all full so I can get back. Now we just got to make sure that James has got enough juice in his. So yeah, I just thought I'd come out and check out this. So apparently that storm is coming in, and you can see that it is. So I don't know what it's going to be like on that road going back. Hopefully not too bad, but I believe in the bikes and I believe in us, so I'm sure we'll be fine. This place is absolutely gorgeous. I am surprised at just how pretty it is. I didn't expect it to look like this. I expected it to be more just like Avalon, but without as many people. But actually, it does feel like a little like tropical Caribbean island. I imagine in the summer when it's just full sun, it is absolutely beautiful here. I thought that was a ray there for a second, but it's not. It's just like a big bag of rocks. I need to get back out in the water more often. I absolutely love it. There's something about sitting in the water that just makes me feel like good and refreshed and invigorated, and I don't know, it does something. Being in the ocean definitely does something to your mental well-being. And I remember not last summer, the summer before, I used to just go out in the evenings right around sunset and just go and lay in the ocean and just float around and just kind of like have a little paddle, and it always made me feel so good. And that's something that I definitely want to do more of this year, as well as actually get out places like this where I can come and explore. But yeah, I mean, look how pretty it is. I've just noticed this little beach house here. Look how idyllic that is. See, this is it for me. With all the money in the world, I would just want to be somewhere like this, you know, somewhere where you've got a nice house, not crazy, but somewhere nice on the beach with a view like this, where you've got nature, you can get in the water, a load of dogs, that's important. That's my idea of paradise. That's what I want to be able to do. That's when I would consider myself having made it or been, you know, successful, is when I live in a place like that, right on the beach. There, I've said it, I've put it out there. Now I've just got to wait till I can afford to do it. But that definitely would be my idea of heaven. And I mean, who can blame me, right? You can keep your Beverly Hills mansions, you can keep your New York penthouse suites, you can keep your, you know, London River Thames views places. Not for me, thank you very much. I will take seclusion and somewhere where I've got some land where I can have cars and bikes and just, you know, have a good old time. Alright, so we're heading back to Avalon now. We're going to take the road to the, let's see, the east of the island. That's going to take us basically past the airport, so it's the main route you would take with a car. So this will show us the other side of the island going back. And hopefully we won't see any buffalo. Bye! Alright, well, they're still there. Yep. Still there, and they're still looking at us. Alright, you ready? I'm going to fly up here just so that we get by them. Oh god, there's one right there. Oh my god. Hello! Hello! Don't mind us. Oh, we made it. We didn't die by buffalo. Well, that's good. Apparently they are around by the airport as well, so hopefully we don't run into them there too. Well, we went the wrong way.
Is yours telling you to do that?
No, that's the way we came in. So we have to cut up. So basically there was a road back there. I don't know how we both missed it, but we did. And so now we're on the road back the way that we came, which is the longer route, and we don't want to take that. So actually we can cut back up through the center of the island to get back onto the road on the east side. You see it?
Stay left, yeah.
Sheep Shoot Road.
Okay.
So that's what we're aiming for right now, is Sheep Shoot Road.
Yep.
And our boat leaves in 2 hours.
Don't we? Oh. Shit. Fuck.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a buffalo right there. What? Why is there only one? Where are the other ones? where that one was scratching its butt on a tree. I don't know if James saw him. Oh my god. I just looked and I was like, "What?" Dude, did you just see the buffalo?
No.
He was in that campsite scratching his butt. Dude, no joke, we were 15 feet away from him.
Wow.
Oh, what in the fuck? Dude, this is where it wants us to go. Yeah, and it says no bikes.
Well, too bad.
Yeah, but like, it's pretty gnarly. It's pretty gnarly. Like, look at that right there.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, but if that's all the way until we get back to the other side of the island.
Well, let's go see what's up here a little bit.
Okay. There's one.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. The distance we just did, the airport, is about another 3 times that.
3 times that?
To get to the airport.
To get back to the road?
Yeah, 13 miles from here to get back to Avalon. What's that?
Should we ask the ranger how hard it is going this way?
How you doing? Is it?
On the main road.
Is this like is it difficult further up, or?
It gets pretty difficult, yeah.
More so than what we've come up already?
Yeah, a lot more. So,
Oh shit, like it's
yeah,
over?
It gets pretty steep kind of right towards there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Once we got to there, is it downhill?
Once you get up towards, it's all pretty much uphill up until the airport, and then once you get to the airport, it'll be downhill.
Like these things, these will go, I mean, these are like motocross bikes, so
Yeah.
we'll get up there.
Okay.
It's just whether or not you'll allow us to just keep trekking until we get to the airport.
Yeah. All right. I don't see why not. That's cool.
All right, appreciate you. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thanks for
I'll head up in
understanding.
about 15-20 in case you guys get stuck somewhere.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, treacherous territory ahead.
Yep. That is a serious line we're about to do.
Look at this, just this little technical scramble here.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Let's get it started.
one way up. Oh my god. We are almost at the top.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
That ranger's watching us from down there like, those assholes.
Yeah.
All right, we got ourselves to a really steep part. Really steep. We made it to the top. Just gonna have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's where we just came from.
Maybe 10.
Maybe 10. And yeah, that you can maybe just about make out the ranger down there that we spoke to, but we did make it up. We had to push some bits, we had to scramble some bits, but we got here. Yeah, oh my god, I'm exhausted. I mean, there are motorcycles that would struggle to get up this.
Yeah.
That was way steeper than I expected.
That was special.
Yeah, when we were at the bottom and it was like, hey, no bikes allowed. I was like, oh, well, that's probably just, you know, pedal bikes because they don't want people getting too exhausted.
Yeah.
Nope, no, it's because the road is basically just a treacherous rock thing. And now I'm like, well, maybe we could have just gone the long way around. And because even though this was shorter, we've now just used how much battery trying to get up there?
I don't think that much.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I think this is where we would have come if we hadn't have taken this road, because then this leads up and the airport is right there, and then we're just the other side of the hill. So I think we're, yeah,
That was crazy.
we're in the right place. All right, we made it. Whew, we didn't die on a mountain. I'm happy. Sides of the island really do look so different. Well, at least today, this side's always sunny, that side's grey and moody. that, everything's changed again. God, apart from the roads are still bumpy. We just got stopped by another park ranger who asked to see our tags. So if you do come out here and you think that you can just go around the interior, it's so bumpy, without tags, then believe me, you can't. We've seen 3 so far, 3 park rangers. 2 of them we've spoken to. So yeah, just know that you do have to have your passes. Wow, look at this valley. It's so bloody pretty. I know. We're getting a free eco tour right now. If I listen carefully, I can just about hear what he's saying. Yoo-hoo! Look where we are. Back at the bell tower. Squirrel! Squirrel! What's up, buddy? 2 squirrels! Yay! We did it! Woohoo! We made it! There we go. There's Avalon. Here we are with half a tank of juice left. We got so much regen on this downhill coming back into town that it's literally topped me up by like 20%. Yes! Oh, we did it. It feels good to be back. That was such an epic little journey. All right, so we don't have to be at the boat till 5, which means that we have to leave the hotel by 4:45, which means that we have half an hour to go to Luau Larry's and get you wiki whacked. How does that sound?
Challenge accepted.
Yeah? Here we go. Luau Lazar's. We left at 2:15. It's now 4:15.
4:15.
So 2 hours to get back
And we
with
stopped
that
a little bit.
huge detour.
Oh, and that huge detour
Yeah.
that hill, that was almost impossible.
So I think,
But
yeah,
these can make it.
dude, I am absolutely gobsmacked that they didn't struggle with anything.
Nope.
They really were flawless.
We struggled a bit, but
Yeah, we struggled more than they did. But yeah, so 2 hours. 2 hours. I think we could do it if we hadn't have had that massive detour. I think you could do from 2 Harbours to Avalon in an hour and 30. Yeah, I think
45?
so. I don't even think that. I think an hour and 30 because it was a huge detour that we took.
Yeah.
So I think we could definitely do it in like.
And we had to
30.
walk. It was a bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we had to push up the hill for a bit and we stopped at the top.
Well, it was like a pretty vertical hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get you wiki whacked.
All right. Let's do it.
And yeah, get ready to get on our boat. This one here, 1 wiki whacker, and you'll leave here with your wiki whacked. And a cool hat as well.
All right. Well, let's do it.
There you go. There's your wiki whack hat. Thank you.
All right.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
To a successful Catalina trip.
Here you go, internet.
Look at James with his wiki whack hat. This is it. We got
sea chariot.
We got our sea chariot. We got to say bye to the Hotel McRae. Where is it? Here. This is where we stayed. And to
The loveliness.
the lovely Catalina Island. So yeah, we had a blast, right?
A little bit. No, a lot of it. That
Little
was
bit of
incredible. That was, I mean, thank you for organizing this.
No, of
This was
course.
Special.
Thanks for
Very
bringing the
special.
bikes. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I am super impressed with them, and I can't wait to do more content with them and show you guys how to have adventures on these things. And yeah, if you do want to get one of these, then onyxmotorbikes.com. There'll be a link in the description to their Instagram and everything. Check them out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And oh, also, I filmed this exclusively on the GoPro Hero 8. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So I hope you guys liked it. There was just no way I was going to be able to bring the big camera with me while we were riding these things around, especially
Moving too fast.
yeah, exactly, and especially coming back up through those hills that we came through. But yeah, we just had such a good time out here. I'm so lucky to have this on my doorstep, and I will definitely be coming back to do more content out here because it's just such an amazing place, and 2 Harbours is somewhere that I really want to spend some time in. So yeah, I guess until next time, make sure, you drop that on me then. Make sure that you've subscribed. If you haven't, please go and do that right now. Give this video a thumbs up because that really helps. And until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya. 20 mile an hour back.